Alright, everything should be good, so let's jump into things. I honestly don't have too much time today, so we're just gonna jump into it, probably stream for like maybe an hour or so at the most, because around 2 o'clock I gotta go somewhere. So, I want to get in just as much Splatfest as I can, beating up those eggs, or chickens. For me, I'm on Team Egg, so I'll be beating up them chickens. This is a weird Splatfest theme too. Team Chicken or Team Egg? Like, which one comes first? This is such a random theme. Like, why? I know this is supposed to be one of the themes that we have mixed with Europe, so that's why the theme's a little weirder, because usually Europe has the weird themes, but yeah, Team Egg, Team Chicken, which one came first? It technically has been proven. Eggs have technically come first, so we know the answer. It's weird. Alright, so I'm gonna actually just go in with these splat dualies for a little bit and see how these work. Like, these dualies I've been using have been so good for rank stuff. I want to see how they work for turf, and I'll probably change them up in a little bit. So, like I mentioned, I'm not going to be able to stream too long because I'm going somewhere around 2, but at the same time, I wasn't even supposed to be streaming at all for like 2 weeks at least. So, yeah, this is like an impromptu thing. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I had enough free time today. I figured squeeze in something small. So that's also why my audio is different. I'm not using my normal microphone because I'm not at home. So I'm using like this old Logitech headset I used to use years ago on my YouTube channel. So audio is not going to sound nearly as crisp and clean as it usually does, but yeah, work with what you got. And this is the best thing I have on me, so it's better than nothing. So yeah, let's wait for everyone to get in here. Come on. I might also have to lower the bitrate for the stream too, because I don't know how this is gonna work just yet, because I haven't tested the internet while streaming and playing a game here where I'm staying. So we'll see how this works. I was playing an online game of Splatoon 2 the other day and it worked perfectly fine here, so I don't think it's gonna be too unstable for playing, but we'll see for the stream. But I gotta see, like, I'll probably take a picture and post it on my Twitter later of how my stream setup looks for this, because I have my laptop here, which is what I'm using to play and stream the game, because I don't have a TV, so I'm just using the direct feed for my capture card. Thank God this card has no delay, because if it did, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I got this here on like a blow-up bed, which is where I'm sleeping on. Then I have my little portable dock thing I have for the Switch. It's like a very, very small dock. It has like one USB-C port for power, one HDMI out, and one USB for charging your controllers and such. It's such a small little thing. It costs like 30 bucks. It's like a really good little portable dock. I love the thing so much. It's so cool. So I have that here connected to my Switch. Then I also have my Switch just sitting back on the bed, just laying down, getting some air. So yeah, it's a very, very temp setup, that's for sure. But it works, and that's all I care about. So this is like the first Splatfest in a while we've had like white ink, because Team Mayo versus Team Ketchup, like the first Splatfest we had, it was white-ish ink. It wasn't the same color as white, but it was close enough. People just called it white ink. This is pure white. Team Chicken's just pure white, so yeah. Go ahead and get your weird jokes out of the way now, because everyone's made them. I get back before I get shot down. Alright, so far stream seems to be doing okay. I have my stream settings set to 3500. Usually if I have the quality options, I max it out to 6K, but I can't do the max bitrate thing on Twitch right now because the connection here won't do it. So I don't want to compromise things. Let's get up here, get out of the way. I can feel like a slight bit of input delay when I'm doing this on the capture preview here, but it's like maybe half a second. So it's nothing really that major. I can still play with this. Oh, I'm out. I was trying to get out of there, but I didn't have enough ink to keep on doing the dashes with the dualies. Alright, let's just jump over here. So far it's pretty even, so we gotta make sure that even amount doesn't stay even for too long. But I saw someone up here. I guess not. I get him down. Come on, team, take advantage of that. I mean, we're getting pushed back beyond belief here, but I'm hoping. Get that bubble out of here. Pops. No, seriously, no, you get out of here. Nah, I figured that was still gonna happen. Man, this board is now completely white. That's not good. We're gonna lose it this way. We're gonna get a white out, so to say. That's a bad joke, and I should feel bad. Let's get out of here. Nope. Right as soon as I land, too. I couldn't even. I couldn't even see it in time. It just happened. Yeah, we lost this game. Dang. And it's getting last second points and go kill myself. Dang, that was a rough first game. I don't know how many people are for each team because this is the age-old argument for a reason. People are flip-flopped if they don't know if the egg really came first because of science. So this is one of those, I don't know. I'll go with whatever I feel like. I don't know. I feel like this might be an even Splatfest. Hey Allison, how you doing today? Have you played A in the Splatfest yet? If so, what team are you on? I went egg just because I am the egg man. That's what I am. Gotta get that reference in somehow. Oh, you're doing pretty good? That's good to hear. And you haven't played yet? Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm just doing this now because I don't have too much time today, so I'm doing Splatfest now before I get super busy. If you were to pick, you'd pick on my team. Okay. I was originally thinking egg because of like the Cuckoo reference thing, but then I also thought, just to go with not chicken, but I wanted to go with egg just because, I don't know, it's technically the right thing. Yeah, I like Eggman. Eggman's cool. Am I still on my trip? Yeah, I'm actually streaming while on the trip. I have some time before we get to do a bunch of stuff today, so I'm just taking advantage of it now. Where am I at, huh? Alright, so I'm actually visiting my brother up in Pennsylvania, so that's where I'm at now. So I'm going to be here for at least another week. We're still getting arrangements to go home, like in place. We got ideas, but we haven't made any set dates, like we haven't bought our train ticket back. But yeah, we're in Pennsylvania right now visiting my brother. Man, it was a trip getting up here, that's for sure. Oh man, I got some stories to tell, and I'll probably tell these again when I'm home. So, like for people here for the Splatfest stream, you get the first scoop, or at least how it worked on the way up. So, I took a train from Florida to Pennsylvania, so that was like a full day and a half worth right there, just travel. And yeah, the train ride was not bad. Near the end, it was getting real rocky because the guy's supposed to go, I think, 50 miles an hour at the most, but he was so delayed on his time, he went like 85 miles. You can actually see the train shake, and we were getting a little nervous. But we got off at the Philly train station, and problem was, a bus was canceled because there was a snowstorm right before we got in, like a day before. So prematurely, they started to cancel all of the transportation, like all the buses and any extra trains leaving, like they had to cancel. So we got there and our bus was canceled, and we were kind of stranded, and we got told the next bus going out wouldn't leave until like 9 in the morning. Here we are, stuck in the Philly train station at like 8 at night. We would have to stay there for like 13 hours. It was terrible. So we call my brother, Chris, and he's like, no, I'm not leaving you guys there. So he drove like an hour plus out of his way just to pick us up. And man, he was a savior for that. Like, I gotta give him some serious props to go out of his way like that, because you do not want to get stuck in Philly. That's like one of the worst places to be stranded, because we had a lot of things going on there. Like, we had homeless people coming out to beg us, so that was a little uncomfortable. We also had, like, I was sitting down, I had a little gangbanger sitting pretty close to me talking about killing people on the phone. I was like, oh, that's good. That's what I wanted to come here for. And like Mom said, when she was in the bathroom, she saw like people just spread out there, sleeping on the toilets and everything. It was like, it was pretty bad. So I'm very happy that Chris came to pick us up. It was definitely a godsend. So yeah, like traveling here was not bad until we got into Pensy, because that's when things got a little weird. Nice to know not to go ever to Philly. Yeah, if you go to Philly, make sure you have some police all around you. I mean, I'm just glad we came here around this time and not during, like, the riots they had after the Super Bowl, because I heard that was terrible. It was funny, too. When we got to the train station, there was, like, 10 plus cops surrounded in one area. And then, as soon as we got settled in the train station, not like 5 minutes later, they all dispersed. There was, like, maybe 2 cops. Like, where'd you all go? You were all just here. We had one person just, as soon as we got in to the train station, they walked up to us and like, is that your bag? 'Cause there was a random bag just sitting on a bench. It's like, no, we just got in here. Oh, okay. Like, stuff like that. It was a little weird. That's stuff you gotta expect when traveling, I guess. And especially when you go into a busy area like Philly. If Philly was the closest train station we can get to, that would bring us to my brother Chris's place. So if we went to another one, I think it would have been maybe a 2+ hour trip. Which would have been too much. It wouldn't hurt a Canadian, right? Well, yes, let's go with that. Now, to just say you wouldn't hurt a Canadian with glasses, put that on, see if that even helps. Just extra insurance. I will say, I'm not used to being in the colder weather, too, because I've lived in Florida for like 12, 13 years, something like that. So coming back up here in the wintertime, man, it's a difference, that's for sure. It's a nice difference, actually, because I'm tired of heat all the time. And while it's cold, sure, it looks nice. And it's been nice just to see the sights. Like, we've been going all over the place these past couple days here, and it's been nice. What is cold to you? That's a good question now. What would really be cold? Because here it's like... I don't even remember what the temperature is. I can probably pull it up. It was supposed to be 50-something when we got here, but it was like more 32, I think. So it was definitely colder than what it was supposed to be. But to be fair, we also came like right after a big snowstorm. So that doesn't help. Let me see if I can pull it up here on my phone. Yeah, burglars here in downtown area, mostly in front of Timmy's. Yeah, that's not too surprising. There's like crooks no matter where you go. I still remember one time, like, Mom, she went out to get some food at like the local Burger King in our area, and she had like some drunk guy try to break into her car for some reason. So, no matter where you go, there's some idiots, that's for sure. Alright, so right now it's like 36 degrees here. Fahrenheit, so what is that, like Celsius, out of curiosity? Oh, so it's like 2 Celsius, something like that. I mean, that's kind of cold, honestly. Like, if I stand out there for too long, I'll freeze, obviously. But it's not that bad. Like, I expected as soon as we got off the train here in Philly and walked outside to wait for Chris, I was expecting just freeze to death, but it was not that bad, surprisingly. Like, I can do 30s. Wouldn't want to be out there all day, obviously, but yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it is definitely about the freezing point. Like, they got plenty of snow here, but where we're staying with my brother Chris, it didn't snow nearly as much, so you get to see the snow, but it's not like icy roads or anything like that. It's not bad. Wow, that could be your spring. Dang. It'd be like a very nice, chilly spring. It also helps that like your job is also indoors all the time, like you're at home house and you don't have to leave too. So for you, it's like it's a win-win situation. It's not too bad for you guys, but at the same time, you don't go anywhere. Oh, that's like the one thing I'm glad I don't have to worry about back in like Florida for travel. Like trying to worry about snow just to shovel down the car and de-ice things. Like, oh, that'd be the worst because that's the one thing I'm happy about. We don't have to deal with just driving in the conditions. Oh, you had 2 storms go through your way. Wow. I think there's supposed to be a 3rd one coming through, like, Sunday night or something like that. Because there was a storm that hit right before we wanted to travel, like the very end of February, so we didn't go then. But then, literally the day we were getting on our train, that's when the second snowstorm hit here in Pensy. And apparently the third one's supposed to hit Sunday night, like I mentioned, so it's like 3 storms right in a row. Oh, the high this week is going to be 5? Wow. I mean, that's a definite step up to what you have, but man, that's still pretty cold. Okay, they're all just huddling around one area getting killed. That's not a good sign. Yeah, spring's coming soon, and I'm looking forward to that. Take it back. Nope. Dang it. Don't get much spring. Yeah, I kind of figure as much, like from the area you're describing there, from what I've seen, like it gets pretty cold all the time. Winter, summer, and a little fall. It's better than my area where summer, summer, and slightly summer. Because no season feels like what it's supposed to be down in Florida, that's for sure. Good. Killed a lemon. He was defective. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Over there. Oh, good. Another lemon. We're all back at our base and lots of things. And they're all just kind of coming to me, and I'm not complaining because I kill them in a minute. In an instant if they do that. I'm really a fan of these dualies right now. I'll just do that because I think there's so much whiting back at our base. And that's gonna continue for a bit. Actually, no, the rain stops as soon as the game ends. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that picture you just linked in the chat. The second storm in 2 days in Nova Scotia. Wow, and that's a pretty thick snowstorm, too. And that's spring. Wow, what a spring. Oh, also, mean ass, how'd Kirby go last night? Couldn't really catch that because it got in kind of late. Like, I'd seen some of it, and I seen, like, by the time I popped in, you were, like, an hour into the game into World 3, which is not bad. Some good progress. What? This eel? Okay. This hot meme name. Well, got a little harder to deal with some of the bosses. Not knowing in pattern. Yeah, some of the bosses in Kirby 64, from what I noticed, can really trick you up. I remember when I did the Kirby 64 race with my bud Jared, like a couple years back on YouTube. That was like my first time really playing the game, and I had a lot of hard times with certain bosses. Are you getting all the crystal shards? Because I'm wondering if you're gonna do the true final boss if that's the case. You do need to tightly 100% the game to fight the final boss. It's one of those kind of games. And you still have 2.5 worlds to go. Yeah, okay, so maybe you are going for the final. No, you never played it before. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Just like, not really too much spoilers, but yeah, those crystal shards do unlock something at the end. But to be fair, it's good that you're completing the game without getting the shards. I just recommend at that point you just go back when you feel like it, just grab the rest of them that you missed. Because like half of those are a good puzzle on its own. So those, yeah, definitely like the challenge part of the game. And they're rewarding at the end, because that true final boss is a fun fight. Yeah, but it's good you're not doing that now, just because, one, it'll probably make things a little bit easier for your first time playing, and two, you'll get to see both endings at that point. You'll get to see the bad ending and then the good ending. To be fair, the bad ending is really nothing too special, it just implies that you have more to do. Oh, you and Corey might play Shovel Knight co-op. Oh man, that'd be cool. Tell me how that is, because I've been wanting to play it co-op, but I just haven't done it yet. Because Shovel Knight's so fun. I just wonder how well that game works with a friend. I'm surprised I didn't get killed with that. That was really good. You did once before. Oh, okay, cool. I'm just glad now that that's something that you can do on every version of Shovel Knight instead of just a Nintendo version with the amiibo. Because that was cool and all, but at the same time, it also felt like a weird thing to keep amiibo exclusive. Not as weird as that stupid Dark Souls amiibo that's going to be released. Wow. Buy an amiibo just for an emote in the game. Yep, that's a waste of money. Good going, guys. The only reason why people want that now is for the figure, not for the emote. Actually made it work with the co-op so enemies have 2 hits to jump on them. Okay, well that's good, because that's the one thing I'd always be worried about. Since there's so many do-or-die jumps in Shovel Knight, I'd just be afraid if someone jumps and then, yeah, you're kind of screwed. You're done. I know there's some other co-op games that had that issue I played before. Okay, a lot of this is yellow, that's good. Oh no. As soon as I see him too, that was bad timing. Co-op just shoved in. I see what you did there. I think we still won this, but sorry. Wow, really? I got killed as soon as the game popped up. That sucks. I mean, it's still won, so it doesn't matter, but that was way too close at the end. I thought for sure they're gonna overtake us there. I'll probably at least get to either high-level defender, maybe champion, before I have to call it the day, because at this rate, I'm gonna level up kind of quick. Oh, okay, I thought they were gonna update the maps at 2, not 1. I always forget because it's on a 2-hour rotation, but the rotation is weird. Because sometimes it's set to like even number hours, sometimes it's odd number hours. It's confusing. How long am I playing the stream? Probably gonna go until like just before 2 o'clock my time here, so it's like maybe another, like a little less than an hour, I'd say. So I'll still be going for a decent amount of time. Because now, like, we're gonna go grab lunch around 2, get back here, gather up some things, and immediately go back out, because I'm gonna be watching my my nephew, Austin. He's gonna be playing in a concert, so I'm gonna be watching him perform. Well, I wouldn't really call it a concert. It's like, it's hard to describe, because we're watching his school's play of Beauty and the Beast, and he's in the band performing all the music for it. So definitely want to go there and watch and support that. It's gonna be a good time. We were there for a little bit of the rehearsal a couple days back, and he did a pretty dang good job, because he's on the drum set over there. He's a, I don't know what it's called, like percussionist? No, I don't think it's that. But he's playing a bunch of different instruments back there, and he's pretty dang good. Also, this is the Shifty Station. This is a big Shifty Station. Holy crap. How big is this map? This is a big map. Oh, man, they're going crazy out there. I don't know what's going on. I just hear out the corner of my ear here just a bunch of stuff going on out in the living room. I don't know, this is picking up on the headset. I don't remember how much stuff picks up on this headset. It's been a couple years since I last used this thing. It's not a bad headset, but at the same time, I'm glad it got replaced, because it's not bad, but it definitely, like, mic is a little cheaper than my normal headset back at home. And definitely compared to my studio mic. Oh my god. A huge difference. Was I ever in a band in school? No. I tried to get into band, like, in middle school, because I was learning how to play guitar at the time, but I didn't know how to read music. So I auditioned to get into the band there. I played a little bit of music. The guy was impressed. Then he asked me to read some notes. I'm like, I can't do that. I never learned. Well, you gotta learn. And then that was it. Like, I never learned sheet music, and I thought joining the band at my school could have helped. But no, they didn't teach sheet music for some stupid reason. I don't know why, because I know schools do. Schools can teach you sheet music, but this one was not. One of my schools apparently was not one that could teach sheet. So I never really was able to go farther than audition stage. Wasn't there a guy behind me? Yeah. Whoa, that was close. I still killed him anyways. Oh, you play clarinet. Oh, cool. From grade 6 to 9, so you did that for a few years. I kind of stopped playing guitar after a while, too. Like, I never got in the band because of me not being able to read sheet music. But I played guitar for like 3-4 years, something like that. So I played for a decent amount, but I kind of stopped. I think if I knew how to read music, then it'd be a lot better. That'd really help. I always played by ear. Okay, so what the heck is with this stage 1, stage 2 thing? Is the stage, like, moving mid-game? Yes, it is! There's the bottom path. Okay. What happened when I got stuck in there? Like, is it just a closed fence? You still live, but then you just kind of battle it out if someone else is in there? Can you super jump out? That's why I also wonder, too. Because that's a glass dome. But, to be fair, you've super jumped out of weirder situations in Splatoon, so who knows. In the guitar now, not really well. Yeah. No, I love the sound of the guitar, especially acoustic. It's so good. Oh, I thought I killed him. That's a huge stage. I think this is the biggest shifty station we got the entire time in Splatfest so far. Like, that's huge. Wow, our one teammate put the Tri-Slosher with 17 kills. That's ridiculous. Yo, thanks for the 744 bits there, Allison. Let's see how that new badge looks in chat. Yeah, that's a good badge. I always liked how the green one looked. I guess not much else going on now, so, topics. Oh yeah, the big elephant in the room, Nintendo Direct. Because everyone went crazy after that happened. I mean, to be fair, good reason, jumping the gun to the very last thing, but they announced a new Smash. I'm just hoping that this is not a port of the Wii U and 3DS version, just as one, because the only thing that's making me worried is the release date, 2018. We've never had a Smash game announced and released the exact same year like this, so I'm a little worried. But also, at the same time, I'm hearing conflicting things about it, because it's also sounding like this one was in development for a couple of years, but it's been hush-hush. There's no Namco thing on the copyright, so last time they had Bandai Namco help out with the Wii U and 3DS versions. This time we're not seeing that, so it didn't help out with this new one, which means it could be a new one. I was like, I just want to know, please don't be a port. I just want a new Smash. A new experience, but that Smash hype is back and it's real. I also just found out a while ago, you keep all the bits that you always thought Twitch splits the bits like how they do with stuff. Yeah, you keep all the bits, thank God, because if they did a weird split, that would be very confusing for low amounts because 1 bit is basically 1 cent. So splitting it to half a cent would be awkward. And a little confusing. I'm just glad they don't do that. Yeah, there's so many things that Nintendo Direct I was really excited for. I mean, it was a lot of ports, to be honest, for 3DS and Switch. Mainly for Switch. But The ports, for the most part, I was kind of happy with. Like, the Luigi's Mansion and Bowser's Inside Story ports, I'm super excited for. I'm surprised they're supporting the 3DS up to 2019. I thought 2018, that might be the last year for the 3DS, and then they'll kind of quietly let it die so they can make a new handheld. But no, they're continuing support to 2019. That's ridiculous. But Bowser's Inside Story for a remake first before Partners in Time, that's kind of surprising, actually. I guess Nintendo even kind of forgot that happened because we're just skipping the second game in the series, going right to 3. It's weird. You'd be excited for the Splatoon stuff. Yeah, oh my god. Our first DLC expansion adding Octolings. Man, it only took like 2 years for that to happen, but here we are. So I think like a couple months into Splatoon 1 is when they found the Octoling data in the game. People thought, oh, we're going to get Octoling expansion stuff for Splatoon 1. Never happened. People found it again for Splatoon 2 and thought, yeah, it's definitely happening this time. It did. Just a little bit later, but it's happening. And man, that mode looks fun. It looks like a lot more expansive compared to the single player we got in Splatoon 2 normal. I'm just looking forward to that. Not sure what they do for a new Smash. That's what I'm wondering, especially because every Smash game, Sakurai is saying, I can't do this anymore, it's so much work. Like, he killed himself in the last game, and that's why he wanted to do DLC for it, so we can just have it to be the penultimate Smash. But this is one of the biggest franchises with Nintendo. No matter if Sakurai's involved or not, they're going to continue it. So, who knows, maybe he's not even working on this one. Maybe he is, but we don't know yet. There's so much we need to learn, but all we got was the teaser stuff. This E3 is going to be an interesting time, because that's going to give us all the answers about Smash at that point. Tell us if it's a new game or a port, tell us what's going to be happening with it, what new characters we get to see. I mean, we have Splatoon characters, and that's pretty interesting. Because we got Splatoon costumes in Smash 4 on Wii U and 3DS, but we didn't get characters. So this will be cool. I'd really like to see how they work as fighters. Yeah, Sakurai had it rough when it came to Smash, because, oh man. Between Brawl and Smash 4, he just kind of killed himself, and it was ridiculous of what he had to go through. But he hasn't done anything, technically, I think, since Smash 4. Like, he did, after Brawl, he did a game in between the next Smash Bros. He did Kid Icarus Uprising. But this time, I don't think he did anything. After Smash 4, he just kind of took a break for a while. And now it's sounding like the first thing he's getting back into is another Smash Brothers. That's going to be rough. He tweeted he's coming back for Smash Switch, so this has to be a new game. I'm hoping so, and if he's coming back, that's also good to hear. I just hope this time he's not going to overwork himself to death like he always has to. Oh man, that guy. I know the one thing everyone's also thinking too is there going to be a new line of Smash Amiibo like they did the last time? Honestly, they're going to re-release a lot of the last ones. I know that for sure, because if there's going to be returning characters, especially with the third parties, like say Sonic, for example, or Mega Man. If they return, they'll probably just end up re-releasing the figure instead of just making new ones, because it'll just be easier. So who knows? But at the same time, there's also a lot of questions about like if they're changing characters too. I think we're gonna have Breath of the Wild style Link this time, because he wasn't wearing a hat from the looks of things in that trailer, so that has to be a different style Link. Yo, yes, a story mode would be good. I agree, Allison, because we didn't get one for the newest Smash at the time because Sakurai and Nintendo themselves both kind of came out saying we didn't do that because people were posting the Subspace Emissary stuff online and we didn't want to have it spoiled. Like, that was one of the reasons. There's more to it than just that, but that was kind of a weird reason, honestly. So I kind of hope they keep in mind what's going on in the digital age today and find ways around that. Because no one knew there was a new Smash Brothers with Splatoon characters so far, and that shocked everybody. So they did a good job hiding this. Normally this kind of thing gets data mined or leaked out ahead of time, but it wasn't this time. If Nintendo keeps a close grip on the story mode, then that won't happen. It'll be fine. Ah, try to get away. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things. There's a lot of stuff they totally announced in that direct. It was kind of a big direct that came out of nowhere, so I'm very surprised. I was really surprised that they announced Okami HD getting ported to the Switch. I'm sad it's digital only. I would like to see a physical card of that, but at the same time, I'm fine with the game just being on the system, period. Because when Okami HD released on PS3, it was physical only in Japan, I believe. So Europe and America here, like for PS3, we only could buy it digitally anyways, so it's no different for Switch. I mean, I'm probably going to end up picking up Okami HD on Switch just to have it portably, because I love playing Okami portably. That was really good. So Okami portably would be nice, and I always like to support that game. Okami's like one of my favorites on the PS2. It's so good. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. And nowadays, it's just very easy to pick up the HD version on anything. I mean, it's on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and now soon Switch. I know a lot of people are going to want the Switch version. And the Switch version kind of sounds like it's going to be that hybrid version, kind of like the PS3 version was, where you can use motion control for aiming around the brush and then normal stick control for everything else, which would be pretty cool. And touchscreen control also makes it easier as well, because I played Okami a lot on the DS, and touchscreen control for drawing with that celestial brush, oh man, it's so useful. So having that on the Switch will definitely be easier for doing quick drawing motions, and especially when you're doing the, I think it's rejuvenation, like when you're trying to bring life back to all the plants, because you pretty much just the scribble around. So doing that on the touchscreen, just zip your finger over and you're done. But another one, I just personally don't care. I'm happy for people who like the series, but to me, I'm just kind of indifferent about it. Undertale on Switch, that's cool, honestly, because we got it on PS4 and Vita, so it was only a matter of time before it came to other systems. It's just I don't care about Undertale, so this is one of those games I just kind of glance over. Hey, welcome back, Allison. I mean, I don't know. I kind of, if I want to play Undertale, I kind of want to play one of the console versions, because I heard they had to redo the entire game to put it on a console. Because Undertale for PC was made using RPG Maker, basically. So all the assets are from a different game, and they can't just take those assets and put into a console, so they have to redo it all. So I'm kind of curious of what changes they would have made, so I would probably, if I played the game, play it on like the PS4 or the Switch. I mean, now if it's coming to Switch, I would, if I tried it, gone on there to have it portably and on a home console. If I buy on PS4, I get the Vita version too, but that's a little more cumbersome, especially with cross-save. Like on my trip right now, I've been playing Sly 4. And I started to play that back at home on PS3. So I did a cross-save on there and transferred it over to my Vita, which is convenient, but at the same time, if you don't have an internet connection, you're not transferring over your save data. So it's like the PS4 and PS3 paired with the Vita, it's like a good home console portable system combo, but at the same time, it has a lot more flaws compared to something like the Switch. What else is even in that direct? I'm blanking on everything else, because most of the stuff I remember was the ports. Oh yeah, the one thing I had no idea why they ever decided to port. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Why? That game did okay on the Wii U, from what I remember. It was a pretty good selling game when it first came out, but then after that, no one talked about it. People talked more about 3D World than Captain Toad. Captain Toad had a mode in 3D World, so that's saying a lot. And plus, the game is getting ported to both Switch and the 3DS, so it's one of those what the heck kind of ports. It's just another case of a Wii U game coming off the system and no longer being exclusive. I mean, at this rate, especially with a new Smash coming out, no matter if it's a port or not, people aren't going to go back to the old one. The Wii U's really only going to have like 3D World, Xenoblade X, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and I think Pikmin 3 is going to be the only games where people talk about that it's going to be left as exclusives. And who knows, they might even port Pikmin 3. And now with them porting Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I wouldn't put it past them to port 3D World as well. Still miss Melee. Yeah, Melee was such a good time. I think that's one of the Smash games I definitely played the most multiplayer. Like, I played a lot of Brawl and Smash 4, but I think in terms of multiplayer stuff, I think it's the most Melee. Now, that's another thing I'm actually kind of curious about. Will the GameCube adapter work on Switch? Because technically there has been an update where you can use the GameCube adapter on your Switch now and just use it as a normal controller. So I'm wondering if they're going to use that for Smash again. Just repurpose it. I mean, that'd be cool if they do, because, well, they already have the hardware for starters, and there's an update already on the Switch, so it's one of those no-brainers, might as well kind of situations. You know Nintendo has to realize that when they updated the Switch to work with wire controllers, the GameCube adapter worked. So they're probably going to take advantage of that again. Okay, this is pretty back and forth right now, but we gotta hurry, because I think we're about ready to lose. Oh no, they're in danger, never mind, we're winning. No, how's that? There. Even didn't... I didn't even get a kill. I can't speak. When can I speak? That was close. We almost lost that near the end, but then we took it back. I like those games. Let's continue. I won't pull up the list of games actually now, because I think that's about all I had to say about the Direct. Oh yeah, that South Park game that got released at the end of last year, Fractured Butthole, coming to Switch. It's cool, I guess. I don't really have much to say about that. I haven't played it yet. I heard it wasn't as good as Stick of Truth because of the gameplay swap. It's not like a standard RPG, it's more like a tactical RPG now, and I heard people didn't like the gameplay as much. But I still heard it was a pretty solid game. So I don't know. That one just like, it's cool. I'm just surprised that it's coming to Switch, especially with the context of South Park. Mario Tennis Aces also looked really good. It's just that I'm probably not going to pick that one up just because of the fact that I enjoy the Mario Tennis games, but not nearly as much as like Mario Soccer or Mario Golf. So I'm probably not going to pick it up at launch. It looks interesting, but at the same time, not something I need right away. And then the one I kind of figured was going to happen eventually, but the Nintendo Direct was the first case of this being announced anywhere else, is Crash Insane Trilogy is coming to Switch. So the 1-year embargo thing for PS4, like that 1-year exclusivity, I mean, not embargo, that's completely different. The 1-year exclusivity is now over. So starting like July, it sounds like Insane Trilogy is just going to be allowed to be on everything. Because there's pre-orders up now for like Xbox One as well. I think maybe even PC, but I gotta look again. So yeah, now Insane Trilogy is not going to be PS4 exclusive, but apparently they're removing all the Naughty Dog Easter eggs from the non-PS4 versions of the game, so you probably still want to have that version if you just want little things here and there, but that's it. It'd be cool to have Crash on the go, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to pick it up, because I already have the game on PS4. It's not going to be really any different, so I'll probably just stick with what I got. I mean, the Crash series is fun, so yeah, if you haven't played it before, it's definitely worth picking up the Insane Trilogy if you want to try them, because they're fun games. And I think the Insane Trilogy is the best way to play all 3 of the originals, because you just can't go back to the original release of Crash 1 on PS1. That's just a clunky mess. Crash 2 and 3 are much better, but the improvements that the Insane Trilogy made in particular, I just find it much easier to play the game now using that version than the original PS1 discs. Wow, I can't believe he got me. He distracted me with that sprinkler. There's still those rumors, too, that that Spyro HD trilogy thing could be announced here soon, but I don't believe it until I hear it, because that's been rumored ever since the Crash series got announced. So who knows? going for Okami HD. Yeah, I probably end up like picking it up at one point on the Switch just to have it as well, because I have that game on so many different platforms. I might just get there just to support the series again and just have it portably. Like I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a shame there won't be any physical version, but it's not too surprising because it never got a physical version over here in the States or even in Europe for PS3, so there's that. I mean, I was kind of wanting to play Okami HD soon enough again anyways, and I might just wait until the Switch version comes out and play that, or just play my PS4 copy or something, maybe PC. So I picked that thing up on a couple different platforms. The only version I don't really have is the Wii version now, thinking about it, because I have the original release on PS2. Then I also have the HD port that they have on PS3. And I also have the HD port they release on the newer systems like PS4 and PC. I just don't have it for Wii. That's it. Because the Wii version was probably the one that had some of the weirder changes to it. Like, there's no credits at all. This is when Clover Studios went under and the name was changing. So Capcom acquired the rights for Okami altogether. So they cut out the credits because they didn't want to take out the Clover Studio people in the credits. They just decided to take the lazy way out. So that was a weird change. And it very sucked for that version too, because there was a very late into the game, there was this NPC you can talk to, and you pay him an absurd amount of money, and you can draw something that would show up in the credits. In the Wii version, that was just a giant scam because you would pay all this money to draw this picture you would have to show in the credits that just don't exist. So you would be spending the money just for nothing, and it sucked. They fixed that with the PS3 version. They added the credits back in. They modified them so the Clover people, I guess, got cut out. I haven't heard anything about the credits with the newest HD port, but I assume they're the same as PS3. Hey, what else did I talk about in the Direct? Oh, they gave us the release date for Hyrule Warriors, but I kind of knew this already because I think my Amazon pre-order updated and said like May. So I pretty much knew the release date already. Oh yeah, and that Octopath Traveler game, it got more information, like a whole bunch more information. When they first showed the picture, it looked like Bravely Default, so this is definitely playing a lot like Bravely Default. I haven't tried the demo, but I've heard people say great things about it. But it's apparently coming out this year, which will be good. That's very much Square. It's like, this is a Square RPG. Also, guys, can you not huddle in a group? I don't need 3 people going in one direction. Why are they following? I hate it when they just follow you like that. Alright, get out of here. Yeah, that's most of the stuff. The only thing I can remember they really announced is worth talking about was like a WarioWare collection on 3DS, like WarioWare Gold or something like that, and it's supposed to have like over 300 mini games in it, like micro games as they call it. It looks cool. Never really got super into the WarioWare games. I played a little bit of like WarioWare on Wii, and I find that series way more fun when you're playing with a bunch of people. It's one of those series where when you play by yourself, it's a fun little distraction, but that's about it. I got a WarioWare game, it was like a DSi one. I got it for free off Club Nintendo on my 3DS. I played it, it was fun, but like I said, it's more of a distraction thing, so that's cool that they're making another one. I'm just probably not going to pick it up. Yeah, Octopath Traveler looks good. It does, honestly. I'm not really too big of a fan of a lot of JRPGs like that, but this is looking pretty solid. It's looking a lot like Bravely Default, and I've heard great things about the first half of that game, so that's good. Oh man, come on. I hope I was gonna kill the Octobrush before it killed me. Nope! Again, it's the same guy too. I'm just gonna super jump this time, be safer. No, no, no. Oh, I got hit by the radius of the blaster, too. That Clash Blaster is super fast, but I didn't know it was that strong. When we're using it in things like Salmon Run, it was not that good. Like, it was very fast, but wasn't killing that quick. Here, it's like a one-shot KO, but it fires so quick. It looks better than the Rapid Blaster, which is saying a lot. People love that Rapid Blaster. Man, that sucks, though, because they contain the second area with so much white ink in there. I kind of want to get that white ink and cover it up in my yellow. Cover up that white snow with that yellow snow, am I right? Don't eat the snow. You don't know where it's been, or who's been in it. I was just about ready to throw my Ink Storm down, too. I was going to throw the Disruptor to slow him down and then throw my Ink Storm. I think they won that. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. Now, what time's it now? 1:30? I'll probably go for like another 10 or 15 minutes in the most, and I gotta get going. So I'll probably be like halfway through Defender at the most. Which isn't that bad. I might end up playing a little bit of this when I get back home, but I won't be able to stream it. Oh yeah, there's only one more thing I want to talk about with the Direct, because it makes me excited. And it also makes me sad I can't play this game yet, because it won't be here. Like, it's going to be back at my home, and I won't be there when it comes out. Like, Kirby Star Allies. I played the demo on the way up here. I played it on the bus ride to the train, and it was so much fun. Like, I'm really looking forward to Star Allies. But they announced that they're going to be adding in all these special characters from like past Kirby games, which was so cool. Like, they're adding in the animal buddies from Dreamland 2. I think, what was the name? Koo? From Dreamland 3, like the little blue blob. And that's pretty cool. They're also adding in Marks as like a friend for Kirby, and it's like, what? I get the idea, because it's a cool throwback, but at the same time, Marks is an enemy to Kirby. If you play Superstar, he's the final boss of Kirby Superstar. And yet, he's your friend as an ally in Kirby Star Allies, going around helping you. Wow, what a difference. He had some really good rehab. It's hilarious to me. So the extra buddy thing looks really cool for Star Allies. Oh, you need to still pre-order that, Allison. Yeah, I definitely recommend doing that before it comes out. So like another week, I believe, because it comes out on the 16th, so that's like Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I'm gonna get back a couple days after the game comes out. It's like, oh man, I really want to play that now. I'll have to wait. I mean, it's not like I have enough stuff. Like, I'm still working through Bayonetta on my Switch. I have Sly 4 I'm playing through, and then, well, there's still the games back at home for stream-wise. Like, I'm doing Kingdom Hearts and Twilight Princess still. And those will resume when I'm back home, so like another week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. I'll let everyone know definitely on social media. So yeah, we're resuming it and post something here on Twitch. Like, so far, I'm like chapter 5 in Bayonetta 1. I'm trying to go for all the verses too, which is really difficult because some of them are really well hidden. So I'm kind of playing through with a guide and just making sure, like, oh, I'm at this point, let me go back and find that extra verse I didn't miss. Because I missed a lot of them when I played it on Wii U. I'm just trying to at least do everything I can while playing on Switch, because there's a lot of stuff that I could do, but it would take me hours and hours of grinding, so I'm just going to at least do, like, all the chapter stuff. Maybe all the optional stuff later, that you have to use all, like, 100 million plus Halos, or a stupid amount it is. Might do that later. Oh wow, you just completed Metal Gear Solid 3. Wow. Didn't you just start that like a week ago? That was fast. You know, it's only 25 hours. That's actually not as long as I expected a Metal Gear game to be. Interesting. Just story, no extras. Okay. Well, that definitely makes sense, too. Alright, throw down my Rainstorm. I need to play the Metal Gear games, and I'm probably going to end up doing that at some point this year. And I'll just probably start with solid 1. And I'll just probably be playing on my PS3 thanks to the PS1 Classics version I got with the like that giant collection of Metal Gear. Like that PS3 version had like what 10 games on it or something stupid. It was insane. One boss took 3 to 4 tries and probably an hour to beat. Wow, that does sound like an annoying boss fight. That's ridiculous. Wow, I'm literally halfway in Defender. Wow. I said I might get there like halfway at the most, but that's literally on the line. That's hilarious. Alright. Yeah, while this is going, I'm thinking to at least take a picture of this temp setup of mine. So you guys get an idea and I'll also just like put it in chat. Story-wise, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the first. You recommend starting there? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I was debating either starting with 3 or 1, just because 3, I know that's technically the first in the series for the story, but 1's like the first when it comes to like gameplay. So that's what's confusing about it. It doesn't help when you number your games and then stories are all over the place. I mean, still not as confusing as the Zelda timeline, but oh, come on. At least get your numbers consistent. Oh, almost fell off. Thank God I could do that dash. Ooh, bubbles. Pop them, pop them. Yeah, there you go. Also, like, in between the last game there and loading screen, his mom actually came in because we're still trying to arrange things, and we gotta like book our train ticket now apparently. So probably have to end up doing that here in a moment while I'm done stream. Apparently it's getting full already, so if we want to go back in like about like a week, then we're gonna hit now. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll see if we're gonna get a better card this time. When we came up, we were like we did a sleeper, so it was a roomette in a train. So like when we get back home, I'll probably just end up doing like a big story time on one of my normal streams just to discuss it all. So I'll probably have pictures and such to show then. But for now, just to say, like, the sleeper room you had in the roomette was not bad. It was a little small, but you can't expect much when you're on a train. So you had, like, 2 seats adjacent to each other, and then up above was a little bed. That's what I slept in. And it was alright. But at the same time, it was, like, in the middle. It was, like, room 6 out of 12. Something like that. Well, actually, no. Technically, it's room 6 out of 14, because 2 rooms are labeled A and B. So we were like slap in the middle of a car, and we kind of want to get near the front of it, like get room 1 or 2 if possible, because at that point we'll be able to get back and forth down the lanes much easier with our luggage, because trying to drag in all of our bags with us, it was a pain to do. And those rooms aren't that big too, so we had 7 bags with us. Both of us had a backpack, and then we have like 2 suitcases and 3 carry bags, like 3 duffel bags to be precise. So 7 bags of luggage is kind of insane. It's definitely more stuff than we needed, but we just brought all that just to be safe because we weren't sure we were gonna get stranded, and we kind of did. So I'm glad we brought all that stuff, honestly. So was it just you and your mom? Yeah. So it was just the 2 of us. We couldn't get more than 2 people in that room anyway, so that wouldn't really work out. So yeah, that's pretty much the arrangement there. Like I said, probably when we're back home after the trip, I'll just have some pictures to go over and just talk about it from there. I might even do like an IRL like stream thing to like open up like a normal thing. Maybe I could do that on Saturday or something, or Thursday. It depends. It really does depend. And then like do that for maybe half an hour or so, and then just lead into the game proper. These are all ideas to think about. Yeah, I think I have time for one more game, and then we'll have to call it. Okay, so I'm gonna just see what I can do here for that pitch I took earlier. Oh, game, you gonna load today? Thank you. Oh, that's right, I took Dropbox off my phone. My phone was filling up like crazy. I've used to use a combination of both Dropbox and Google Drive to store all my data. But now I'm probably just better off just using Google Drive instead, because I like Dropbox, but the biggest problem I have with Dropbox is the amount of space that you get with the free version. Because starting off, just when you make a new account, you only get 2 gigabytes. And I've done so many extra steps with Dropbox to sign up for extra little things here and there that add up with space, so now I have like 4.5 gigs. And that's still really small. And that's with the free version, because when you buy a subscription with Dropbox, you get like, what is it, 100 gigs? Up to maybe a terabyte if you're a business or something like that. It's a lot. With Google Drive, you get like 15 gigs for free. And that's it. Like, you can upgrade from there, but you start off with 15. And 15 is more than enough I need for cloud storage. So, that's a big difference. And I'm thinking of just kind of ditching Dropbox at this point for that reason. Google Drive just seems to be a lot better, just because more bang for your non-buck at this point, so to say. Years ago, my family and I had a return vacation from hell. It was raining a lot, and water got in from the bottom of the car and compromised the car battery. Oh my god. So we were stranded and had to take a bus ride back. In horrible weather, it took an hour, and our car had to be hauled in a temporary place. Wow. That sounds like a mess. That's definitely a trip to remember, that's for sure. Wow. I mean, of all things, like getting water up into your car battery, that's terrible, because I've heard that happen before, and I almost thought that was going to happen with my car one day, trying to drive to college years ago, because of how low my car is to the ground. And I can't imagine how stressful that was. At the worst I remember traveling was, like, we went to the SeaWorld, which from where we live was like a 3-hour drive or something like that. So, we were getting ready to pull out of the parking lot, and then the car was just starting to slow down a lot, and we were making our way to a mechanic, so we just pulled in and have him look at it. We got one driveway away. We were literally in the gas station next door to the mechanic's shop, and the car died. Turned out the alternator died in it because it was losing a lot of power on the way there. Windows were going up super slow. So Mom had a feeling it was the alternator, trying to get over to double check it, and sure enough, that's what it was. It died right then and there. So we had to wait there for a bit. It was like a couple hours, I think, and then we were able to get it fixed the same day and then just immediately turn around and leave. Thank God it was only a 3-hour drive back, because if it was longer, we probably would have had to find a hotel and stay over the night just because of car issues. That's the worst I've ever had for travel. Yours definitely sounds a lot worse. Alright, throw that. Oh man, I'm getting ganged. Alright, that was close. My rainstorm really isn't doing that much though, because they're all right here covering up immediately. That's not good. Okay, good. I thought he was gonna kill me. Alright, soon enough this segment here is gonna close. Yep, gotcha, Lemon. Get that out there. Get out! Okay, good. I love me some dualies right now. I didn't like the dualies that much when I first started to play Splatoon 2, but now I'm really starting to like these things. Oh, there's a little portal that appears in the middle, so if you get stuck in there, it just gives you an escape point. That's cool. I think you missed a bus we were supposed to get due to the correct information? Wow. So you got wrong information and took the wrong ride. That's bad. But yeah, that's definitely, like I said, a trip to remember. Because if you remember all that still to this day, that shows just how memorable a moment like that can be. I think we barely won this. It looks very close, but I think there's a little more yellow. Yeah, there we go. Got it. That was a good final game. I'm happy with that. But yeah, I definitely gotta get ready to go, because it's just about 2. So, I should probably pack all this crap up. So, let me see. Can I find that picture now? Let's see. I don't see. Actually, do you have Google Drive on this laptop? I don't remember ever installing it. I mean, it's not a big deal because I can easily just pull up my account information on Chrome, anyways. Yeah, here's everything. So, grab that picture. Yeah, so I'll just download this and just show it real quick. Alright, so just for everyone's reference sake, this is what I was doing this entire time to stream, so just shrink it a bit. There you go. So I'm just kind of sitting here on the floor. I got my laptop here on the blow-up bed. Got my capture card sitting here on the side. And this is why I've been using the play the entire time, so thank God this thing has a 0 input delay, really. Like maybe half a second on the most. And it got that little switch dock there, like that little black thing is on the edge of the bed with the 2 cables sticking out. That's my switch dock. It's a very low profile thing. It's so nice. So yeah, that's why I've been doing this entire time. It's definitely a setup, that's for sure, but it's a nice old temp setup. You gotta have that good portable thing to take with you. And that's why I love this little switch dock so much. It's like 30 bucks, throw in your bag and kind of forget about it. It's so good. So before we end, we gotta do usual. Actually first, because I'm done for now, I might as well scrub my shirt. Before I forget. I almost got to another level too, so I could keep it going, but I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to play again, so I kind of want to keep that ability chunk. There you go. Alright, so we got to end it with the memes. What is this abomination? Team Chicken Nugget? Team Cannibalism for you. Yeah, also today is technically Mario Day. March 10th, spells Mario. It's me, Maro, on Maro Day. This is like one of my favorites right here. No one calls me chicken, right from Match of the Future. This is such a good post. And these two are just having a good old time next to each other. And then you have the Marges here from Simpsons. I'm just like, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but here we are. We got lemons. That's actually a really good chicken egg. Also looks very horrifying to see the chicken face on the egg. Egg white versus egg yolk. Actually, that's not wrong because we're white and yellow, so it's both the colors when you make scrambled eggs, or not scrambled eggs, just like normal cooking eggs. I can't remember what it is right now. Usually when I have eggs, I usually just get them scrambled. Not usually a fan of like the yolk. Yeah, that's a good amount of memes. I still think one of my favorites. Oh my god, that's one also really good too. It's like Chicken Little for Smash. You know, that's going to start up again now since new Smash is on the horizon. We're going to hear a lot of X for Smash coming up. Those hype days are back, and it's so real. But yeah, that was actually not a bad Splatfest, because the teams are pretty even. I like that. If a Splatfest team like this is kind of whatever, and usually for me, is that that's Team Mayo up there? Hang on, I'm getting sidetracked because of this. Are you serious? We're referencing the first one already. Well, that didn't take long. But yeah, usually themes like this, they might be lame in a principle, but honestly, if the team balancing is like this, where it's pretty even, so you're always fighting the opposite team, I'm okay with it at the end of the day, because that's really what I care about the most. I just want to be able to play against my rivals, and not my own teammates. So yeah, this is a pretty fun Splatfest, regardless of how weird the theme is. Seriously, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, it's obvious. Science tells you it's eggs. Because I am the Eggman. That's who I am. I am the Eggman with the master plan. That's all I got. Good night, everybody.